They're highly stylized.
Kind of nutty and over the top.
They're very gory.
Explicit language.
They're different. They're interesting.
Many words have been used to describe Quentin Tarantino in his films. Ever since he directed his first movie, Reservoir Dogs, Tarantino has been recognized for his unique way of making films and seen many genres.
I tend to draw inspiration from obscure film genres like spaghetti westerns.
Tarantino's constantly making reference to other films, and quite obvious ones. And he weaves these much more firmly into the structure of his movies than do most other directors, many of whom would rather have their movies stand alone, not being necessarily dependent upon knowledge of the other movies.
He's just very talented. He just goes over the edge.
He sort of puts the story together with sort of music you don't expect, and just, I don't know, and they're quite sort of, the action's quite fast and sort of a bit pacey.
I think I actually like Reservoir Dogs the best.
Favorite is still Reservoir Dogs, his first film. I don't think that it would be the best in terms of technique, acting, anything else. There's a rawness to it that really, though, makes it fun to watch and watch again and again.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle. And I'm wondering what it's so hard to keep this.
I like Pulp Fiction.
One of my favorite movies of his is Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction is definitely one of the best movies ever made, and it's definitely one of my favorite movies.
Knock it off, Julie.
What?
I don't need you to tell me how f***ing good my coffee is, okay? I'm the one who buys it. I know how good it is. When Bonnie goes shopping, she buys shit. I buy the gourmet expensive stuff because when I drink it, I want to taste it. But you know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my kitchen. It's the dead in my garage.
The way it's shot, you know, he likes to do like that far away, like hallway kind of shot, like in Pulp Fiction when John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson are outside when they're about to go into the apartment for the first time. You know, it's not quite time yet, so they walk down the hall, and you know, we kind of like keep that distance from him. He does certain things like that you wouldn't see normally in a movie because everybody's so concerned about it looking good and being close and that kind of stuff. So I like a lot of the shots that were in it.
I ain't saying it's right, but you saying a foot massage don't mean nothing. I'm saying it does. And look, I given 1 million ladies 1 million foot massages, and they all meant something. We act like they don't, but they do. I mean, that's what's so fucking cool about them.
I mean, just how gutsy it is too. It's a very like raw, honest movie, and it's not worried about being like, you know, something that it's not, something that's too pretty or something that's too like Hollywood, even though it has like over a dozen like, you know, huge, you know, especially now actors. He makes movies that he would like to see. You know, it's whether it's violent or it's not all about violence or gore or you know, being controversial or anything. It's just, I think in a way it's just him being really honest. I think that's who he is and the kinds of movies that he wants to see. So the characters are really, you know, honest and real characters that are not just there to, you know, provide fluff or something. They're gritty, they're really honest, and that helps us really care about them.
Well, you gotta have an opinion. I mean, do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped it?
Oh, what the fuck's happening? Oh, man, man.
Oh, man, I shot Marvin in the face.
Why the fuck you do that?
Well, I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
Inglourious Bastards is my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
I really like Inglourious Bastards. think it's really well done.
that one was good.
Glorious Bastards. He shows like a fantasy hero type of story that's not necessarily true to like reality, but he does it in his own like special way.
Stinklets. See how Fida's into your Nazi boss.
I think he pushes the limits. Maybe with, I guess, a good example being Django.
But it was a really good movie.
Super good movie, but it's really lots of blood and gore, I guess, and sort of craziness, and an interesting take on slavery in the United States, that's for sure. But it was really good.
I think some of the subjects he picks are, like, obviously Django was kind of controversial.
You don't want to see some?
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's definitely good at making films.
He's an excellent director, writer, and producer.
Yeah, I think he's a great filmmaker. I think he makes great movies. Yeah, I think he's a genius. Sure.
I don't know, he's close, but I think he's drawn too much inspiration from other people. Yeah, he's developed some new techniques and stuff himself, but he hasn't done anything truly 100% original.
Well, every genius is an imitator. Everybody built on what they've seen in the past, what they've read in the past, what they've learned of the past. Nobody comes out of nothing. And he just makes it clearer where he comes from than others do. We're all influenced all of the time. And I think that the fact that his influences are easy to spot doesn't detract from the genius of what he does, the synthesis and the newness of the result.